Okay, so for this transformations lesson, we're going to be looking at rotation. I would watch this with translation, reflection, enlargement, and the mixture. So what information do we need for a rotation? We need 4 bits of information. We need the amount of turn, which is generally 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So you need some tracing paper. I use baking paper. So what do I mean by a turn of 90 degrees? Well, it's just a quarter turn, so I'd be turning it a quarter. What do I mean by a turn of 180 degrees? I'd be turning it a quarter and a quarter to make a half turn. So a quarter and a quarter. We also need a direction. So which direction are we going in? This is given by either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise, I always think about a clock. So think about the hour hand or the minute hand. It turns round to the right. It's clockwise. Anti-clockwise is a turn to the left. And third of all, we need a centre of rotation. This is usually given by a coordinate point, so e.g. the coordinate point 2, 3. Okay, we're going to look at, so I suggest before you start doing this lesson, to send me a message and I can email you over the worksheets exactly the same as I'm using, because you need to be able to do this as well. So you can print them out and actually do it at the same time as me. Let's look at this part A as an example first. This one here. Okay, so we're rotating our shape 180 degrees about 0, 0. So that's our centre, so I'm going to put a cross there. 180 degrees is a half turn. Put your tracing paper over the top. Well, just like focus it. Okay, I'm just going to trace over the shape. This doesn't work. Let me get another pen. Now, my centre of rotation is 0, 0. So I'm going to be turning it 180 degrees for here. You're not told clockwise or anti-clockwise. It doesn't actually matter for 180 degrees. We end up in the same place. So 90, 180, my shape is here. So what I would do is, I've got a little felt tip here, but if you want a pen, you can kind of press it into the paper and you'll see it leaves a mark there. So that is my rotated shape. I'm going to do one more together, then I'll have you look at a few yourself. So part D, I'm going to look at now. Okay, so part D. Centre of rotation 0, 0. It's 90 degrees clockwise. Got my trace and paper over. Trace over. Centre 0, 0. That's where I'm turning it from. It's clockwise, so to the right. So I need to go 90 degrees to the right. I'm just going to use a harder pen to imprint on my paper. There's my shape. So your shape should be exactly the same, but it's just been turned, it's been rotated. Okay, so if you have a go at question 2B, C, E, and F, and once you're done, put me on pause, and once you're done, I will demonstrate these so you can see if you've got them correct. Okay, so let's start with B. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise, about 0, 0. There's our centre. Tracing paper over. Trace over my shape. 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so just check, is your answer the same as mine for part B? Part C, rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise about 0, 0. Trace over the shape. 0, 0, so it's anti-clockwise. So this time you're turning it to the left. 90 degrees. You can see it ends up there. Okay. Just two more. Got E and F. E is 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Then to 0, 0. Then anti-clockwise. We're going this way. 90 degrees. Should be there. There's my shape. Okay, on the last one, 180 degrees, 0, 0. 180 degrees is a quarter turn and a quarter turn. Don't need a direction this time. And there's your rotated shape. Okay, we're going to do a few more because I want to look at some have a slightly different centre of rotation. So if we have a look at A and B together, and you can do C, D, E and F. So this is question 3 now. Okay, so for this first one, it's 90 degrees anti-clockwise about 0, 1. That's my centre of rotation 0, 1. I'm going to put a little cross there. So 90 degrees anti-clockwise, quarter turn. Okay, this one is 90 degrees clockwise about -1, -2. So -1, -2 is here. That's my centre this time. We go 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, if you have a go at C, D, E and F yourself, put me on pause, unpause when you're done. Okay, let me have a go at these 4. Start with C. Our centre of rotation's at 1, 1. No, which is not there, which is here. We're rotating 180 degrees. So quarter turn, another quarter turn. -90 degrees anti-clockwise, -4, 0. And part E, 180 degrees minus 1, 0. And lastly, 90 degrees clockwise minus 1, 2. Okay, so that's how to rotate a shape. We're now going to look how to describe a rotation. So this time our shapes have been rotated and we need to look how to describe the rotation. Okay, so we need our information. What do you need? Back to the notes from the beginning of the lesson. We need the amount of turn, the direction, and the centre of rotation. How do we do that? We kind of guess until you've got it right. So for the first one, I'm going to guess, so it's always from A to B. I'm going to guess it's 90 degrees clockwise, centre 0, 0. So I just see if it works. So there's my shape. I put my pen in there. Oops. And rotate it. Just try and get this, my hand's not in the way. I rotate it 90 degrees. Oh yeah, look, got into my rectangle, so it's correct. The first one is 90 degrees clockwise, centre is 0, 0. Okay, can you have a go at B, C, D, E, and F? And I will just pop on the answer. So it's basically guessing, checking with your tracing paper, see if you get it right. So put me on pause, have a go, and pause when you're done. Okay, so B, it's from A to B. You should have got 90 degrees. This one is going this way, it's going to the left, so it's anti-clockwise. And you should have found your centre of rotation is 0, 0 again. Here for this one, this is 180 degrees. Don't need a direction because it'd be the same either way, and centre 0, 0. This one. Now I know it's 90 degrees clockwise. I'm just going to check the centre. I'm going to guess it's about 1, 1. Let's just check. Yes, 1, 1. A to B, 180 degrees. Gonna guess it at 2, 0. Again, just draw your shape, guess. Yep, correct. And the last one, 90 degrees clockwise. Centre, it's about at minus 4, 1. I'm not 100% sure though, so let me just check. So minus 4, 1. Yes, correct. Okay, so just as a reminder, after watching this video, watch the translation, reflection, enlargement, and the mixture. Okay, thanks for listening.